Hi friends, good afternoon. Welcome to SQL Master YouTube channel. So I am Manju here and I welcome you all for my YouTube channel. So today in this video I am going to share with you about what is AWS, that is cloud technology provided by Amazon. So why it is necessary, why the cloud technology is necessary nowadays, and how to launch the EC2 instances. Okay, Elastic Compute Cloud, that is nothing but computer, the computing system in AWS Amazon remotely. Okay, how to log in that computer remotely. So these all points are covered in this video. So be till with end of this video so you can understand the concepts clearly. Okay, so this will be a practical session also. So this video includes practical sessions and it's very important to learn the AWS technology first part. Okay, so before starting the video, if you are not subscribed to SQL Master YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to SQL Master, so you are getting more important videos regarding ETL testing and AWS technology videos. Okay, so let us start the video here. So this is what the slides what I made here to give introduction about AWS. So AWS, Amazon Web Services. Okay, it's global computing network provided by Amazon. As we know, Amazon has big retail store. That's what we are purchasing so many things like kids toys and adult shirts and sarees, many things, bangles, stationery, jewelries, all we purchase in Amazon. So and unused computing network resources are used for customers to store data and provide network and many more services. So that's what the unused services resources are used for AWS services. So it provides storage service, databases, S3, that is simple storage service, IAM, identity access management, access to users to access AWS services in limited rights, Lambda serverless service, Route 53 to host website, Amazon Redshift as a data warehouse to perform ETL testing in Amazon Redshift data warehouse by using Python plugin called PySpark. Okay, so to store the files from S3 buckets to the Redshift database, and there we can perform high level validations and again store those data to S3 buckets. So this is what performed in Redshift using PLSQL, that is PostgreSQL, and using plugin Python plugin PySpark and many more services. It has today more than 200 services. So AWS is providing more than 200 services. So then what is cloud? So why it is necessary of cloud services? Let us understand this now. So cloud is basically a data center which are provided by some companies like Google, Microsoft and AWS, Amazon AWS. So those data centers already located in across global, okay, and with all including necessary the computers, servers and networking devices like the routers, switches and firewalls and the infrastructure and the content speed delivery network, okay, CDN, that is content delivery network facilities, all those already ready made and provided by Amazon and located across globally. Okay, so this is what the cloud basically. So why it's needed? As consider if a customer or a business or consider just a person has one website of retail store like Amazon and having traffic of 1000 people per day. This is just assumption, okay. So and he has his own server with all networking components like modem, firewall, infrastructure. Infrastructure means this place, for that he is paying rent and the cost is high. So this absolutely this cost is high to manage by single person. As to maintain server and networking requires a network admin and system admin and rent for that infrastructure. Okay. So if traffic is increased during festival time, what he has to do, like his server has, assume that his server has 8 GB RAM and hard disk is about 1 TB and traffic increased by 1 crore people per day. So during festival season, So then websites start hanging or stuck. Users gets lost, no profit. He is not getting profit is reduced. So to avoid these things, cloud come into picture. Already AWS, Amazon has data center. There it's available servers, network components, firewall security, database to store all the resources provided by the AWS. Then those resources by AWS are auto scalable, means according to traffic your website getting that server capacity increased or decreased. So if your website is getting 1000 people traffic, then the scale of server is reduced. Okay, how much the your website has to be used resources, that much only it's scalable. So if your website getting 1 lakh traffic or 1 crore traffic, then the server capacity automatically increase. So these all settings already ready made in AWS platform. So there is no headache of to maintain the all the network resources, infrastructure, server, and the employees like network admin, system admin, and firewall specialist. No need of to maintain anything. So all is provided by the AWS. So you just have to focus on your website. So to see the reports like what are the sales, what are the sold, what items are sold, and how many profit you got, how many loss you got. So you have just focus on your website to perform all the resources managed by the AWS. AWS has pay as you go model, means how less you use that much you have to pay, and how more you use that much you have to pay. So how much resources you are using, that much only you have to pay, and it is cost affordable. Okay, costs are very cheap, and these are what cloud technology AWS is important. So this is what the importance of AWS. So this is one major structure, important structure. So in first section, on premises. Okay, so this is on premise data center. Consider that this one is managed by me. Okay, so all the things like applications where developers comes, I have to hire for developer also. So data, whatever data I have in my website, and runtime and middleware and operating system also managed by me, and virtualization. So virtualization means this is like within one system, one computer, you are maintaining dual operating systems. Okay, so for consider example, in AWS, if it is one server is there, so that server is having multiple operating systems. So as I am one customer for AWS, and also another customer is also for AWS. So in one server system only, that is having multiple operating systems. I required Windows as operating system, and that another custom required Linux as a operating system. So that is virtually installed. For example, in our laptops or in our desktop computers, we are using VMware virtual software. Okay. So what physically we install the Windows operating system, Windows 10. Consider that we installed Windows 10 operating system, single operating system in physical hard disk in my laptop. So virtually by using VMware, I am installing Linux operating system in my same laptop, but laptop is single booting only. That's booting by Windows 10 only. It has physical hard disk Windows 10 only, but inside the Windows 10, I am maintaining the Linux operating system using VMware technology. That is virtualization. So the same pattern, although the AWS is using different technology. Okay, not this VMware, different technology. So to maintain the multiple operating systems in AWS platform. So and also servers, I have to maintain on-premise data center. If I have on-premise data center, I have to maintain servers also, and storage capacity also. I have to buy the hard disk of 5 TB, 10 TB, or multiple. Okay, so in heaviest range. So that is also cost. I can't able to manage, and networking components also. So LAN come into picture, and virtual private cloud come into picture, and so many firewall settings. I have to provide the security for my website. So I am unable to maintain by investing the lot of amount in on-premise data center. So it's very difficult for me to whether I am getting the profit or not. I don't know. But here infrastructure as a service. This is first point in AWS, that is infrastructure as a service. So here I have to maintain applications, data, runtime, middleware and operating system, and remaining things like virtualization, servers, storage capacity and networking. All these resources, from virtualization to networking, all these resources are provided by AWS. So this becomes a little bit easy for me, and this is cost affordable, and might be if my budget comes into this picture, I have to move for this. And moving to platform as a service, only here I have to maintain applications and data, whatever the applications developed by the developers and data what it contains, and remaining all the things like runtime, middleware, OS operating system, virtualization, servers, storage and networking. These all things are maintained by AWS from runtime to networking, and only thing I have to maintain on my on-premise data center is applications and data. Remaining all from runtime to networking maintained by the AWS. So this is little bit costly, but all the manageable things are in AWS only. So let us move to the software as a service, that is whole thing from application to networking. So these data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, server, storage capacity, networking components, all these are maintained by AWS only, and this is a little bit very high costly. Okay. So but if I require, I must have to go for this. Okay. So all the resources have provided by AWS. So let us come to the AWS web services, that is EC2 instances, that is Elastic Compute Cloud. So it's nothing but just it is a server computer which I have to buy from AWS. So that I have to use for my purposes. So consider that if one simple example that I have some data of up to 5 TB, okay, 5 terabyte, and I cannot store those 5 TB data on my laptop, because my laptop capacity is up to 1 TB. Assume that my laptop capacity is up to 1 TB. So remaining 4 TB I can't store in my laptop. So in that case, I have to purchase one the EC2 server from AWS, and I store whole 5 TB of data in AWS computer. Whenever I require, I can access that EC2 instance. Okay, this is what the service providing by the AWS service. So how to launch the EC2 instance, that is a computer in AWS, and log in into the AWS remote computer using RDP protocol. We can see in this practical session here. So let us move here, and this is what the AWS console. So how to log in, how to sign up for this, I will make one separate video for that, and you just Google it, AWS console login, and first link you have to click, and you come to this page only. Okay, so but here you get the login or sign up option. You have to log in by using your mail ID and password. So there are two options like root user, another one is IAM user. So initially you have to sign up for as root user, but you can't use root user, that's not recommended by the Amazon, okay, AWS. So because just for troubleshooting and troubleshooting purpose, you can use for root user, and you have to choose IAM user for to maintain with all the rights, okay, all the policies. So because if you lost the root user password and all the things, it's very difficult to recover that. So Amazon is not recommending to use root user in all cases. So this is what, after logging in, you have you are going to get this interface. Okay, so here you can see the area. So I am in North Virginia area. So you will get the whatever the AWS regions here, those are available, like US East, US West, and Asia Pacific, Tokyo, Sydney, Singapore, and Osaka, all the Mumbai. Okay, Asia Pacific, Mumbai, all the regions, whichever you want, you can select for that. And here you can see the user ID, your user ID, and here some of the options are there: account, organization, and service quotas, and billing dashboard. So for billing dashboard, I can make one separate video on this, and some of these options called as settings. And if you want to launch the EC2 instance, like one computer in AWS to store your data or to do some simple process what you want, so you just go for search here, or else you just click on services. Okay, so I can search here like EC2 instance. So you can get option here like EC2 instance. Okay, you just click on this EC2 instance, so that you will get one new interface window. So where you can go and configure the EC2 instance, that is computer, and you can able to launch that. So after clicking EC2 instance, and this interface will come, and here you can observe some details here. So instance is running. If any instance is running, it can show the numbers and dedicated hosts, instances, load balancers, security groups. All these are come in future videos. Okay, auto scaling groups, if you have configured any auto scaling groups, elastic IPs, key pairs, and placement groups and snapshots, all these are some details will come in future videos, and you just have to click on the instances. So I just click on this instances tab, so that I can able to launch the new instance, EC2 instances. So this is what loading here. So this is one instance that is named login server, and it is terminated state. Okay, so I want to launch new instances, so I can launch from this window. Click here on launch instances. So here that will come the interface like this, and you have to provide some name for your instances like email instance. So I am using this instance or server for email, like email server. So that is what I name given here, email instance, email server, and you just drag it down, and here you are getting the operating systems. You can choose operating systems. So Amazon, AWS Linux, or Mac, or Ubuntu, Microsoft Windows, and if you click here, you will get more operating systems, and you have to choose always the operating system which comes under free tier eligible. Okay, so don't go for the paid one. So you just have to be click on free tier eligible. Like I have to choose here the Windows operating system. So the internet is little bit slow. So this is what the Microsoft Windows free tier eligible. I have to click on here, select. So that was selected here, and instance type is t2.micro, which is comes under free tier eligible. Okay, so then come here and you have to create a key pair. So what is key pair here? So if you or anybody, so if you are given rights to anybody to log in to this computer which is located in AWS, so you must have to generate key pair, because one key pair means one key is it's giving to you, and another key is left in AWS. So when those keys which is located in Amazon, AWS, and which is provided to you, those both of keys are matched, then only you have to able to log in into the your EC2 instances. For that purpose, the option is provided here for security purpose. Okay, so click on key pair, and here you just select .pem option and name this key pair like test. I am giving here test, and click on create key pair. So that key pair will going to be generate, and it's downloaded. Okay, so then you have to click on here, and it's automatically refreshed, and here you are seeing that the test key pair is already present. So just click on that and then drag it down. So keep these settings as it is. Okay, keep these settings as it is, and click here launch instance. Number of instances must be 1 or 2, how much you are required. For maximum capacity of storage is 30 GB for Windows instances under free tier plan. Okay, in paid version you get more options to storage. but in under free tier you are getting only 30 GB, and the number of instances you can choose here manually. So I am choosing here just default one and click on launch instances. So after it's going to launch the instance, creating some security group for that instances, creating some security rules also, and within 2 minutes it's going to launch EC2 instance what we created just now. So successfully initiated launch of instance. Okay, this is what the unique ID for that instance or that computer, okay, which is located in AWS. So view all instances, click here. So this is what the instance is, that is email server what now just I created here, and the status is pending, and the instance type is t2.micro, and the status is just it is empty. So you just click here refresh button, within 1 or 2 minutes it will, the status will eligible. Okay, so now it's showing the pending. Okay, so wait for 1 or 2 minutes, see that its status is changed to running. Now its instance is running here. Okay, so this is what friends what I shown you in this video about AWS introduction, and why AWS cloud is necessary for us. So how to launch the EC2 instance, that is remote server in AWS, so to use the resources of AWS according to our requirements. So if you like really this video, you can subscribe to SQL Master. That's great motivational for me to make more videos on this regard. And from today onwards I'm going to start the AWS tutorials, complete tutorials. So of about it costs actually the price if you purchase in anywhere outside like about to 20,000 rupees. So but I am providing you through YouTube platform completely free. So kindly watch the complete video and like my video and subscribe to my channel. So thank you friends, I will be with you with some more AWS videos in future, continue AWS cloud architect solutions video series. So thank you for watching the video. Bye bye, have a nice day, take care friends.